In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most common birds you see absolutely everywhere, the pigeon. I mean, they're in every city, every park, but have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on with them? Well, let me tell you, there is so much more to them than just pecking at crumbs. These birds, which are actually called rock doves, have a totally fascinating story. From their surprisingly deep social lives, to how they basically took over the world. So let's get into it. First, we'll get properly introduced to the common pigeon. Then, we'll dive into their social world. After that, we're going to zoom out and see how they became this global phenomenon. Check out who their friends and enemies are, and then wrap up with some seriously cool facts that might just blow your mind. Alright, first things first, let's meet the pigeon. Now, the super basic fact is they belong to the class Aves, like all birds, but their real story, that's where it gets interesting. Okay, check this out. Every single pigeon you see hanging out on a statue or a building, every single one is a descendant of the wild rock dove. And these guys didn't start out in cities. No way. They lived on rugged, windy sea cliffs and rocky ledges. Now, living in the city is tough, so most pigeons only live about 3 to 4 years. But get this, in the right environment, they can live for up to 15 years. And their diet, it's totally changed. They're naturally seed and berry eaters, but in our concrete jungles, they've become expert scavengers, eating pretty much whatever we humans leave behind. So how do these amazing survivors get along with each other? Let's take a look at their social life, from how they find a partner to how they raise their big families. So here's something you might not know. Pigeons are incredibly romantic, in their own way. They are strictly monogamous. When they find a partner, that's it, it's for life. They are super loyal, and they have this really unique courtship ritual. You might see two pigeons looking like they're kissing, but it's actually something called billing. It's this whole routine where the female puts her beak inside the male's, kind of like he's feeding her. It's a way they strengthen that lifelong bond. Pretty cool, right? And these faithful couples are, well, they're busy. Pigeons can raise up to 6 families, or broods, in a single year. Each time they lay 1 or 2 little white eggs, in a nest that's, let's just say it's pretty minimalist. Just a few twigs, really. They're also big on community. Pigeons are very social and prefer to live in big groups, or flocks. But what's interesting is, from what we know, they don't really have a single leader or a chief. It seems to be more of a group effort. Okay, so we've seen them up close. Now let's pull the camera back. Way back. Just how successful are these birds on a global scale? The answer is absolutely staggering. Get ready for this. It's estimated that there are over 1 billion pigeons in the world. Yeah, billion with a B. Their incredible ability to adapt has made them one of the most successful birds on the entire planet. And this map shows you where they're most at home. India is the world capital of pigeons, with up to 400 million of them. The US, China, Brazil, and Russia are also home to absolutely massive populations, mostly because of all the big cities. So how did they get everywhere? Well, they started out in Europe, North Africa, and Asia. But because they were so good at adapting, basically swapping natural cliffs for our skyscrapers, they managed to spread to every single continent on Earth. The only place you won't find them is Antarctica. It's a bit too chilly. But being this successful doesn't mean life is a walk in the park. In the city, pigeons have their own set of allies and enemies. Let's break it down. Even in the heart of a bustling city, pigeons always have to keep one eye on the sky. Danger can come from above, and it's usually fast and deadly. Their main natural enemies are birds of prey. We're talking about hawks, falcons, and owls. These guys are incredible hunters, and they are one of the few things that naturally keep pigeon populations in check. But the biggest friend, and also the biggest foe to the pigeon, it's us, humans. Our relationship is complicated. For centuries, we loved them. They were symbols of peace. We used them to send messages. But now, in many places, we see them as pests because of their droppings, which can cause damage to buildings. Alright, to finish things off, let's hit some rapid-fire surprising facts that really show how amazing these seemingly ordinary birds truly are. First up, baby pigeons, called squabs, eat something pretty wild. Both the mom and the dad produce something called crop milk. It's not really milk, but it's this super nutritious goo that's absolutely essential for a baby pigeon to survive. And remember that kiss we talked about? It's not about romance in the way we think of it. It's all about business, the business of reinforcing that lifelong till death do us part bond. Here's a cool way to think about it. Next time you see a pigeon perched on a skyscraper, just remember you are seeing a little echo of its wild past. To that pigeon, that concrete ledge is just a modern-day version of the sea cliffs its ancestors called home. And finally, the common city pigeon is just one member of a huge, diverse family. There are over 350 different species of pigeons and doves all over the world, in all sorts of shapes, sizes, and colors. So from their lifelong partnerships and special baby food to their ancient cliff-dwelling origins and their complete world takeover, the common pigeon is anything but common. Maybe the next time you see one, you'll see a true survivor, a world-class adapter, and a really remarkable bird. Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.